Here I'm going to show you how to use the disting EX to auto-sample a MIDI keyboard into the WAV recorder mode on the EX so that we can then have a playable instrument based on samples of this in our modular. So I've got my Prophet 08, I've got a big fat monophonic patch loaded up. So 8 stacked unison oscillators for a nice fat analog sound, and the disting EX is going to play that automatically over MIDI and record the result, and then we're going to be able to play that as a patch in the modular. So first let's go through and set up the auto sampler parameters. So I've got the Prophet 08 into 2 inputs of the disting EX. We're going to record this in stereo. Let's go through all the normal WAV recorder parameters first. Input gain, applied a little bit of gain to boost it up, that's fine. We're going to record 48 kHz 16-bit stereo. And then on to the auto sampler parameters. Auto sampler enable, obviously we need on. Start note and end note, 36 and 72, that's a span of a few octaves, that'll do. I set it to sample every 5 semitones, so not as many as every semitone. We could do that if we wished, but just to make it a bit faster, we'll skip 5 at a time. Velocity switches and round robins we're not going to do here, though we could if we wished. And then the coarse and fine time are the times that it's going to play a note for, and then the gap time is the gap between notes. You can preview that at any time by pressing the R button. That's telling us, showing us how long it's going to play the note for, and then it's going to hold it on the screen as long as the gap is, so that seems to fit. It's a nice long note getting the motion of the sound, and then a big enough gap to capture the release. It's also showing, if you see counting up there on the right as I do this, it's giving us an estimate of the latency between sending the note and getting a sound back from the synth. We do expect some latency over MIDI because MIDI is fundamentally a slightly slow protocol. It's going to be at least a millisecond to transmit the message and then for the synth to process it. I've set the latency to 100 frames, which is about a millisecond. So that'll just chop off any silence that we might get at the start of the sample. And then whenever we're ready, we can press the L button to begin the auto sampling process, and it's going to send a sequence of MIDI notes out of the MIDI out of the disting EX into the Prophet, get the sound back and record it onto the SD card as a bunch of stereo WAVs. So let's do that now. There we are, it's finished. So that's all done. So now we can switch to our algorithm to play the WAVs. Let's use the SD multi-sample algorithm and then repatch, and we'll show you how that works. So here I've got my SD sample playback set to the folder of samples we just recorded, CV gate from the Rene, clock from the FH2, and now we should be able to play our Prophet 08 8 oscillator stack sound in the modular, which is quite nice. Let's go right down. You note how it stays natural whenever we transpose it because we recorded it over a number of octaves. That's the joy of multi-sampling. If I put a slightly faster clock in, it's all gone a little bit stranger things. But yes, so nice Prophet 08 multi-sample automatically captured into the disting EX by the WAV recorder mode.